Hello everyone, welcome to day 4 of Playwright Framework from scratch. We'll do a quick recap of what we did in the first 2 days. In the first 2 days, for day 1 actually we did the Playwright setup and we wrote a very simple test case to see whether Playwright is working correctly. In day 2, we spoke about page object model where the most important factor why we do that is so that we do not repeat um, ourselves for writing locators as well as the actions that we perform with the application. On day 3, we speak about reusing the same test across multiple environments by using configuration management. So basically what we did was we defined different configs for different environment which helps us run the same test cases with a little bit of tweaks here and there um, on different environments, multiple environments without having to write our test cases on multiple environments for same thing. Today we are going to talk about debugging with reports and why does it matter? So when the test fails, let's say you have configured your test to run on CI/CD and they run like anytime there is some changes or based on some form that you have defined where you schedule your test cases to run every night. When you come back, you want to understand exactly what happened to your test. So, there it provides very good provision for us to do that thoroughly, and we'll quickly run a test case which will fail, and we'll see how the reporting looks like for it. So, I will just go to the package.json um, and we will go to day 4. Okay, so I will just run this and run test day 4. What this will do is it will trigger the test case, make it fail deliberately, make it pass directly, and help us identify like what exactly is going on with our test cases. We can see that the browser is being open because we are running these test cases in uh, non-headless mode. So test cases have been executed. I will see some reporting around it once the test cases are finished. If you look at the console here, you should already see some errors being popping up in the console. This is more than the number of test cases that I had planned to execute, but it is only test cases all that we have created across the 3 days. So it will take a little bit longer than what I had planned for, but I think it's good that we get to see detailed reports for this. We can see that on the console, we can see that it shows 10 test case passed, 2 skipped, and failures and reporting. But this does not give us a view into exactly what went wrong where. So let's quickly see the HTML report which is generated. There will be new directories created here. Test results is an example of it, and then you have playwright report. To see HTML report, there's this command that you can run. Show report. Okay, let me quickly. Yeah, it is show report. So you can see that the report has been created here, and it will give you exactly what is the reason here. For example, it navigated here, but it never was our friend because it's an incorrect URL that we are seeing here. And if there is, so you can see a blank screen is loaded, and that is what the test was going for. There is also traces that can be evaluated, and there is this video which is created. You can see nothing happens because the page itself is not loaded. Let's look at one more example. Again, we have the screenshot and we have the videos. All these configurations of what reports are to be generated and what is to be shown is can be done from our config. So if we go to our config, you will see you should have a results section here, reporting and reporter. So here we have configured when the HTML report should be generated, in which folder, and it should open never. You can put always, like, even if everything passes show me HTML report, which is actually not required, or on failure, or never. You are going to manually check. The JSON is helpful when you are running test cases from CI/CD, so it can summarize what is going on. Again, you have screenshot, so you can see the options here. You can keep it only on failure or always. Then you have video, like retain only in case of failure, and then you have traces. So all of these options are pretty good. Like they gives us good option to debug our test cases once there is a failure, and helps us. The more information that we can provide about the failure, the faster it is for anyone to look into it, debug it, and figure it out like what went wrong with the test cases. Um, that's all I have for today. Thank you, and please to keep watching and subscribe our channel. And once again, I request you to try and use AI-based tool for generating test cases. The feedback around it would be really welcome. We are also coming up with the data generation tool. I'll write more about it in the description and also talk about it in further video sometime. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.